morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel. It is a beautiful, beautiful day the Most High God has made today. Out on adventure, heading to do a service call for a customer and do some prep work. Also for an additional solar install that they're putting on their cabins. So this ought to be a really fun day today. So grateful for all the business the Most High God has been pouring out on me. Guys, in this video, I want to talk to you about that everything has an expiration date. I mean, everything has an expiration date, including our lives. I know I've I think, touched on some of this subject matter here and there over time, but I'm just going to take and run down the list today and just point out things to you. And before I get into this, I want to say this is not a demotivational video. Actually, it is right the opposite. It should be a motivating video, and it also hopefully will insulate your mind so that you don't get damaged by the world, just like that video I said the other day about dealing with damaged people with a damaged conscience, because you know, we need to be around people, we need to help people, but we don't need to become like those people. All right, we need to be better than that. And so you know, with that said, I'm just going to run down this list. When it comes to looking at life, a lot of people, especially people that are not in the way, okay? I mean, people that are not of faith, this absolutely 100% applies to them. They will go through life like that nothing's never going to happen. I mean, they're going to keep doing the same old grind every day the rest of their life. They're going to work the same job. They're going to do, just life's going to keep going. You know, you're going to turn the page on another month on the pagan Roman calendar. Just keep on grinding it out. And that ain't so. You're going to drop dead one day. All right? I mean, I'm going right down the list today. I'm going to start just working right down. I'm just going to talk about life in general itself. You know, I worked for a man, a very, very kind gentleman, honorable man. I just thought the world of him, and about to do another project for him again, one of my clients, and he died. And he, you know, the sad thing is the gentleman, and me and him was talking, you know, he's like, look, I don't know how many more years I got, you know, I hope I make it X amount of time. He's like, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And I'll be darned, when I went to go do another project for him, he told me, he said, I've got X amount of months to live. And next thing you know, he passed away first of this month. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know when you're going to get your ticket punched. I'm going to tell you what, today, before I can produce this video and edit it and upload it tonight to YouTube or on the way home from working in Knoxville, I may die hooking up a battery bank. I may die working with DC voltage. I don't want to, but I'm just telling you, dude, like, you get your ticket punched anytime. Anytime. And if your heart ain't right with y'all, well, you know, they talk about that song Highway to Hell and Stairway to Heaven. You know, you can kind of get an idea of the load volume of how many people's going to be going each place. So, just saying, you know, the odds, what is it? Catching Fire, The Mockingjay, what is it? I'm trying to think of this movie. Anyway, on that movie series, they said, may the odds be ever in your favor. Well, I'm going to tell you what, for this last generation, odds ain't in our favor, folks. The majority of most people, they going to burn. I hate to say that. I may be among that number if I don't get my heart perfect with y'all, okay? So, the fact of the matter that we could die at any time is ever before me. And I just don't understand. People act like they ain't never going to expire. You know, they getting wrinkles, they're getting old, they're getting ugly, they hit the wall, looks have faded, their health's faded, and yet they act like tomorrow's just going to keep coming, and it ain't. Especially with the air we're breathing, the water we're drinking, the food with garbage that they put in their food, pharmaceutical, drug, sorcery, medication people take, poor health lifestyle, because they ain't out here grinding out each day, sitting up on the couch collecting a paycheck. I mean, it's just like, man, you're going to die anytime. And I don't think a lot of people think about it. I don't. And, you know, it is ever before me. Ever before me. And we will expire. And I'm telling you, these people, I hear a lot of people out, especially YouTubers, talking about like they're not a person of faith, and that you know, they're not a religious person, and if there's a bonus round or, you know, if whatever's to come, then, you know, they'd rather just worry about what's here right now. Bro, you better get a reality check fast because I'm more concerned with what's to come. I'm gonna tell you what's here right now, ladies and gentlemen. I have never cursed on my YouTube channel, so that I know of ever in producing it. So when I say this, I don't mean this is cursing. I mean this is literal, actual state fact. Is the world we live in right now is a hellhole. I don't know if you didn't get the memo, but there's not a lot of happiness here in this world, okay? Unless you work hard to create it for yourself and others around you that have a good kindred spirit, all right? I mean, this world is not a friendly place that we live in right now. And I'm laughing saying this because the people have literally dumbed themselves down to think that we live in a great place. We don't. As a matter of fact, those of us that live in America are in one of the sickest lands, full of people slumber to what's really going on. It's just, anyway, number one thing is that life has an expiration date. People just don't think about it. And I think this is the most important thing in this whole video to say, is that life has an expiration date, and you can go at any time. I mean, I lost a client the other day that I thought the world of. And they were there 1 minute, they were gone the next. My grandmother died in ICU. I watched it go. I watched her life go right before me. I mean, the last breath. And it's just like, I'm telling you, man, you could go any minute. Any minute, I could have a heart attack and die doing this video today, weekends right now. All right? Next thing I want to tell you is faith in your church house. A lot of people are in Babylon today. All right? And that's one reason I produced this YouTube channel, is to help wake people up, because there wasn't no darn body there for me when I first woke up. You know, I'm going to address this in Divorcing Babylon documentary that I'm putting together. This is a point that I just want to touch briefly on for a second. As a lot of people out there today, a lot of the folks in the false church system, Babylon, Protestantism, Catholicism, all this in here, this organized religion, they're like, oh, well, you know, blah, blah, you ain't going to see salvation. If you're not here, if you're not a part of us, you left out, you're going to perish now. No, and by the way, you weren't there for me whenever I come out either, all right? So I don't need your validation and opinion for my salvation. Thanks, bro. Peace out. And another thing is, there's people out there in the waking up in the way. And I hate to say this, but there's a lot of Hebrew Israelites out there. Sorry, guys, I'm having adjusting my camera today. There's a lot of Hebrew Israelites out there today that they think that now they've woke up, they go tell all the nations that they can't be saved. I'm going to tell you, somebody's going to get a memo dropped on them one day about that. I'm telling you, I would be careful telling people they can't be saved, bro. You were blind and ignorant for quite a while yourself, and you sure weren't there for me in 2009 when I come up out of Babylon. All right, you weren't there holding my hand, pulling me out. That was a set-apart spirit in the Most High Yah woke me up. So, peace out to you, too. All right? And I ain't saying that to all Hebrew Israelites. There's a lot of good people out there. Matter of fact, there's a lot into the nations, and a lot of Hebrew Israelites I look to see walking in the kingdom in righteousness one day. And there's a lot I don't plan to see. All right? Now, when I say that on the church situation, there's a lady the other day. I think she's 92-year-old. Actually, and she is a so-called black person. I believe it was in Article 2. So she's a Hebrew Israelite. They just done her favor getting her up out of Babylon. But I think she's 92 years old. Threw her up out of the church house because of tithing. She's old. She's probably not got but X amount of wages coming in, and they threw her up out of the church house. Why? Because she wasn't paying the 501c3 business institution, the religious business institution, their wages that they desire. That's why they threw her up out the place. But there it is. She's 92 years old, probably went to church all her life, and now it's come to an end. All right, it has an end. That's just how it is. All right, there's going to be an end for a lot of us with church. All right, I was a deacon in a Protestant church, and in a Baptist church. And it ended for me, buddy. When I opened the scriptures and I really, really got deep studying a lot of stuff, I was like, man, I'm out. I can't deal with you people no more. All right, so there you go. Life has an expiration date. Faith has an expiration date. Because when you wake up in Babylon, you see the truth, you're going to come up out of that too. I'm going to cite you 2 more examples and wrap this video up. Jobs. This is something for me that I have learned very quickly early in life. Became an entrepreneur at 18. First business failed. I owned a sports park, and it was a 2-acre facility. right at 2 acres, and was going to do motocross. We were just started getting ready to develop to motocross, but we had it where you could play paintball and airsoft, and it was pretty much an extreme sports park arena. And business was really good in the beginning, really good in the beginning. And then this first quarter, like the second year in, we just really took a tank. And I learned a lot from, having a business that failed, man. It's embarrassing, it's painful, but it has an expiration, But from that failure, later in life, I took my hobbies of off-grid construction and alternative energy and tinkering and stuff like that and prepping, and turned it into a successful business that, by the grace of Most High, now here we are. I'm 6 years deep in running off-grid contracting. You want to check us out? Offgridcontracting.com. Working today as I'm making this video. Heading to work. And all praise the Most High for that. I take no credit for my success. It's by His grace that I'm able to breathe. It's by His grace I've been able to succeed and have the knowledge. There was a time when I was stupid, man. I didn't even know what positive and negative wires were. And now I can tell you all sorts of things about off-grid. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, that with knowledge comes the wisdom to get out of situations or better yourself, all right? And when it comes to jobs, it has expiration dates. I'm going to tell you, especially, I've noticed this with women, and I'm not bashing them. Women have a series of jobs. They don't have careers, all right? Most women, they can't put up with the BS drama that's in a workplace anymore, especially in this generation. And men, his tolerance level's getting really low too. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I checked out of a lot of jobs. Matter of fact, I worked for Clayton Homes. It was a house building company. And they had hired me in to do electrical top set. I'll say this real quick, then I'm going to make my point about jobs. They hired me in, then moved the guy to the other area that was supposed to be my helper, and so left me all alone, brand new on job. I fell through a roof because I was trying to hurry to get the wiring done because that they were about to move the line, and the crane was going over to get another roof. Well, I fell through the roof. I almost could have got hurt, but my tool belt caught, and it woke me up. I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, this could have cost me my life, or possibly my life today, or definitely injured, a couple legs broke or something. And why am I doing this? Nobody cares about me at this job. I'm like, they just care about getting the work done and that I'm highly productive and can do the work of 2 people. And now they stiffen me. And I ain't getting paid no extra for it. And it's like, what the flip am I doing here? What am I doing in my life? So I waited till the crane picked up the next roof the next morning. I think it was the next morning I went in. And I waited till it got between the line. And my manager was over on the other side of the line. I was on this side. So there was a great gulf fixed between us. And I couldn't go to him, and he couldn't come to me. Buddy, I took my hard hat off. I walked over and stuffed it in my work area, walked in there, clocked out, and never looked back. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of people got hurt there. A lot of bad things happen to people there, And it's just like, that ain't for me. And the flip side of that is for those that don't wake up and see it their job, they're like, man, this is a crappy job. I can do better than this, or I should work for myself, or I should go forward and do great things. The flip side of that is I worked this corporate job later down the line. And I seen this man, he was a good man, I thought, personally. I mean, he worked, he showed up, he done what he was supposed to, but he was getting right at the end of his work cycle there for that corporate job. And he was about to retire. They cut him loose right before his retirement. Right before his retirement. Not because he was a bad employee or didn't show up or whatever, but they didn't want to pay. And that's what I'm saying, folks. Jobs have expiration dates. Either you can expire them if they're crappy, or you can better yourself, or they'll expire you. And that's just the world we live in. And when you start grasping these realities, you can get a better mental, cognitive handle on life and expectancy of it. All right? Now, the next thing and the last thing I'm going to tell you, okay, is I'm going to tell you about marriage. Marriage has expiration dates. You either live with the person till you die, and it either was a really good run or a bad run or a mediocre run, or who knows, things might have happened along the way. You don't know. Okay, that's when you sign up for marriage, you don't know what you're getting into, all right? But I will tell you this, as somebody that's been married and been divorced. I didn't divorce somebody. I was divorced, okay? All right? So I can tell you, as somebody that has been through a divorce, that it ain't fun. But it is something that can happen. And when you look at joining yourself to another person for the rest of your life, or for the efforts of making it the rest of your life with that person, you got to understand that it has expiration dates. The best case scenario is you make it to the end of your days and you die old with that person, or walk in the new kingdom with them and survive the 7 trumpets that's coming. Now that'd be ultimate goalpost right there. But worst case scenario, it ends in divorce, or worse, they kill you. I mean, people crazy nowadays. But hopefully you didn't marry a psychopath, or the next Ted Bundy, or what was that other guy? What was that other guy? Oh, he was from San Francisco. Oh, Charles Manson. Yeah, I believe it's Charles Manson. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully you don't marry somebody crazy like that. Vet these people. And if they're walking in the Torah, I'm pretty sure you won't have a psychopath. But anyway, or narcissist, matter of fact, that either. But one thing I noticed is, just like the other day, is statistics don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. And with knowing statistics, with knowing the world we live in, marriages most likely sometimes have an expiration date too. And I'm using these far-reaching scope of things today because this is stuff that we're going to deal with in everyday life. I mean, your friends, everybody knows friends come and go. There's a lot of things that come and go, wealth, prosperity, all this stuff. But like this, your faith, your work, your home life with the person you love, your life itself. I mean, like, these are things that we can all connect with at some level. All right, so that's why I'm just touching on this as an example in the video I'm talking about today. But I seen this the other day. There's this guy, I know him, and the statistics say that in about 7 to 8 years, a marriage will most likely end. It's like a high 60s now to 70 percentile. And you can look the statistics up. I'm not trying to make this stuff up. I don't want this to be the fact. This just is what it is. Excuse me. But seen it the other day. Situation that this guy been married right at, I think it was going on the 8-year mark, and his wife decided to go and, in the words of a gentleman out there that I know, do double monkey backflips on another man, in the words of Coach Greg Adams out there, and he went to do, and she done hooked up with some other guy and messed around and ruined her marriage. Because I'm going to tell you, as somebody that's about to give it a go a second time, I've done told the woman I love, I ain't catch you one time cheat on me, that'd be the end of the road, immediately terminated. I ain't putting up with that. And it sucks, guys, but right there it just goes to show you. Now that's a situation I have seen personally here recent, and right down the line with statistics. I hate it. Women are hypergamous. The social media world that is created today in this last generation, if you look at it, I mean, it has just fueled a infidelity storm. It has fueled, and men do this too, but women do it at a higher rate. That's why I rail on the women a lot more. And plus, like I'm always going to say, women have the keys to the kingdom. And when I say the kingdom, you know what I'm talking about down bottom, all right? A man ain't gonna go in there unless a woman allows it. So if she's a married woman and lets another man enter into her, I know that man has done wrong, but I hold the woman still responsible because she allowed it. A man is always desirous of women, but a woman has allowed that to take place. All right, that's why that I still stand behind that. Always going to stand behind that. I don't hate women. I love the company of women, but I am telling you, I stand behind that all my days. If I was a woman and another man lied with me, and that wasn't my husband, it is my fault, because at the end of the day, I let that man enter into me, okay? So, just putting that out there for what it's worth, guys. But these situations, your life itself, jobs, marriages, your faith, going to church, wherever you fellowship, worship, All these things have expiration dates. Best case scenario, you go all your life. Worst case scenario, it falls apart somewhere along the way. I don't say these things to break you down, make you negative or jaded. I'm just telling you this so that you can focus on your own happiness, serving the Most High Yah. And if things want to add to your life, hey, you got a good job and it adds to your life, great, keep it. If it don't, get rid of it. Get something that adds to your life. You got friends that add to your life, and keep them. If they don't, get rid of them. You got a wife, she cheats on you constantly, get rid of her. Get one that don't. I mean, this is, it just, to me, it's not rocket science, but I'm telling you, like, if you think that you can just go every day the rest of your life and everything's just going to be just perfectly fine and nothing never going to come your way, blah, blah, dude, when the trumpets start, when the end days kick off, you have got a new thing coming your way that you ain't going to be ready for. All right? So, guys, I'm just, I hope that in some way has helped somebody, because I'm telling you, this stuff happens, and it happens more often than not. And I hate it, but it's our generation. This stuff didn't really go on at the rate it does 100 years ago, but we are in the last days. We are living during the Great Awakening. We are living right before the sound of the trumpets, and because of that, wickedness is going to be abounding. And it sucks, but it's the state of the nation, and it's better to know what you're dealing with than to not know. So, guys, I'm going to hit the job site up here. I'm going to smash out some work, try to pick up a paycheck, and do this safely. And until we see you again here at 7 Trump's Prepper Channel, love all y'all, and I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua.